In a quiet town in Enugu State, Nigeria, a young boy named Jiro lived with his widowed mother. Their house was small, but her morning prayers filled it with strength and life. Life was hard. Some days hunger knocked louder than hope, yet his mother whispered, "My son, God is writing your story." At university, Jiro owned little more than a Bible and a burning desire to serve. Under the mango tree, he preached to a handful of students. Some mocked him, others ignored him. But when God lights a fire in your bones, silence is impossible. One night, during fellowship, a sick student stood up healed. The fire spread across campus, faith had found its voice. After graduation, Jiro's message grew, from classrooms to crusades, from villages to online altars heard around the world. He never chased fame, only faith. His words echoed, "What God cannot do does not exist." Years later he returned home. His mother, older now, smiled through tears as she watched her son lead prayers that reached nations. From the red soil of the East to the screens of the world, Jiro's journey reminds us, never despise small beginnings. When faith meets fire, destinies ignite. If this story stirred your faith, like, share, and subscribe to Iba Tales, where stories of hope and destiny come alive. As Jiro's influence grew, so did the weight on his shoulders. Behind the powerful prayers were long nights of tears, warfare, and questions only heaven could answer. With every rising star comes a shadow. Some accused him. Some slandered him. Some said he was too young to carry such grace. But Jiro remembered his mother's words, "When God backs you, no tongue can break you." Instead of fighting back, he prayed harder. His voice grew stronger. His compassion deeper. He was becoming what God intended, fire that burns, but does not consume. Jiro began an online prayer session, small at first. A few hundred viewers joined. Then thousands. Then millions. Testimonies poured in from nations he had never visited. One day, during a live session, a woman paralyzed for 12 years suddenly walked. The internet erupted. Hope revived. Faith returned to homes long silent. Invitations poured in from across Africa, Europe, America. But Jiro remembered, he was first a son of the East. His roots were his strength, not his limitation. Each time he returned home, his mother placed her hands on his head and prayed, "My son, may the fire in you never die." Her words were oil to his flame. One night, after a long prayer, Jiro felt a divine presence fill his room. A whisper echoed in his spirit, "Greater works ahead." It was both a promise and a warning. Jiro knew the journey had only begun. He wasn't called to be famous. He was called to be a voice. A lifeline. A vessel of hope in a world drowning in fear. Even fire feels the weight of wind. Despite his growing ministry, Jiro wrestled with doubt, exhaustion, and loneliness. Questions whispered in the night, "Am I enough? Can I keep this flame alive?" A close friend warned him, "Don't burn yourself out. This fire can consume you if you're not careful." But Jiro knew, faith requires endurance, not ease. Soon, challenges came from every side, financial struggles for the ministry, opposition from rivals, and a wave of criticism online. The fire was tested like never before. In the middle of despair, Jiro met a wise elder. The man looked into his eyes and said, "The flame in you is not yours. It is God's. Trust Him, and your fire will light nations." That night, Jiro prayed longer than ever. In a vision, he saw cities on fire with hope, sick people healed, lost souls rejoicing. He woke with renewed purpose. The fire would spread far beyond his imagination. Soon after, a personal crisis struck. A loved one fell gravely ill. Jiro was shaken. But he refused despair. He prayed, trusting that the same God who raised him would raise hope again. Morning came. The loved one stirred, smiling. It was a miracle, but more than that, it was a reminder, faith is not passive. The fire grows strongest when tested. From that day, Jiro's ministry soared. He preached with renewed zeal, reached more people, and his online platform became a lifeline for millions worldwide. Yet, he never forgot where he came from, the red soil, the small clay house, the mother's prayers. Every success was rooted in humble beginnings. The journey of faith is never easy. But when fire meets persistence, prayer meets courage, and faith meets action, destinies are changed. Jiro's story reminds us all, the flame in you is meant to light the world. If Jiro's journey inspired you, like, share, and subscribe to Ibitales, where every story of faith, hope, and destiny comes alive. And remember, your fire is meant to light the world.